In the harsh, unforgiving deserts of the world, where temperatures can soar to scorching heights by day and plunge to icy depths at night, life still manages to thrive. The animals that call these arid landscapes home have developed remarkable survival strategies that allow them to endure in conditions that would drive most creatures to extinction. From venomous reptiles to nocturnal mammals, desert animals exhibit a stunning array of adaptations that not only help them survive, but also flourish in environments where water is scarce, food is elusive, and shelter is limited. Join me as we embark on a journey through the world's most extraordinary desert survivors and explore the top 10 desert animals with brilliant survival adaptations. 1. The Fenic Fox, a desert nomad with oversized ears. Let's start with a creature that looks like it walked straight out of a desert fairy tale, the Fenic Fox. What stands out about the Fenic Fox, aside from its giant ears, is its ability to handle the desert's brutal heat. Those enormous ears, which can be up to 6 inches long, aren't just for show. They're finely tuned heat regulators. The large surface area helps dissipate the intense desert heat, keeping the fox cool during the sweltering daytime temperatures. These foxes are nocturnal, coming out under the cover of night when temperatures drop, making hunting for small rodents, insects, and plants a little less risky. But that's not all. The Fenic Fox has fur on the soles of its feet, which acts as insulation against the searing desert sand. Plus, the fox's kidneys are super efficient at conserving water, meaning it can survive without drinking water for long periods, extracting moisture from the food it eats. Talk about a desert survival expert. 2. The Kangaroo Rat, a tiny tank with water-saving skills. Next, let's shrink down a bit and talk about one of the most incredible survivors in the North American deserts, the kangaroo rat. At first glance, this little critter might seem like an easy snack for predators, but it's got some serious tricks up its sleeve. Kangaroo rats have adapted to life in one of the driest environments on Earth by being masters of water conservation. They never drink water directly. Instead, they get all their hydration from the seeds they munch on. But here's the kicker. Their kidneys are super efficient, helping them produce a concentrated form of urine that minimizes water loss. And their nasal passages are designed to trap moisture from exhaled air, so even their breath is saving water. Talk about resourceful. These rodents are also burrowers, digging elaborate tunnel systems to escape the scorching daytime heat and to avoid predators. Inside these burrows, they maintain a constant cool temperature, making them the ultimate desert dwellers. 3. The Dromedary Camel, the ultimate desert survivor. No list of desert animals would be complete without the Dromedary Camel, often called the ship of the desert. This iconic creature is synonymous with desert life, and for good reason. The camel is built for survival in extreme conditions. First, let's talk about its most famous adaptation, the camel's hump. Contrary to popular belief, the hump isn't filled with water, but with fat. This fat serves as an energy reserve, which allows the camel to go for days, even weeks, without food. When needed, the fat is metabolized, and the water that's stored in the fat helps the camel stay hydrated. Camels can drink up to 40 gallons of water in a single sitting. But once they're hydrated, they can survive without drinking again for a long time. But the camel's adaptations go beyond its hump. Their thick coat reflects the sun's rays, helping them stay cool during the day. While at night, when temperatures drop dramatically, the coat insulates them. Their long, sturdy legs are also adapted for walking long distances across the hot, dry sand without burning their feet. And let's not forget their nostrils, which can close to keep out sand and dust, making them one of the most resilient desert animals on the planet. 4. The Horned Lizard, a master of camouflage and defense. Moving on to a reptile that truly blends into its surroundings, the horned lizard. This spiny little critter can be found in the deserts of North America, where it uses a combination of camouflage and defense mechanisms to survive. When threatened, the horned lizard can flatten its body and blend in with the rocky desert landscape, making it nearly invisible to predators. Its rough, spiky skin and horn-like structures on its head also help it blend into the environment. But camouflage is just one part of the story. This lizard is also known for its ability to shoot a stream of blood from its eyes. Yes, you read that right. When cornered by a predator, the horned lizard can squirt a stream of blood from the corners of its eyes, which is not only surprising, but can also repel predators, especially those that are sensitive to the taste of blood. The horned lizard doesn't need much water either. It relies on dew and rainwater that collects on its body, and it can go without drinking for long stretches, living off the moisture it gathers from the environment. 5. The Jerboa, a tiny acrobat with an incredibly long jump. There's one animal that could be crowned the gymnast of the desert. It would be the Jerboa. This small, nocturnal rodent is found in the deserts of Asia and North Africa, and it's known for its incredible jumping abilities. The Jerboa's long, powerful hind legs can launch it several feet into the air, helping it escape predators in a flash. But what really makes the Jerboa a desert marvel is its ability to thrive without much water. Like the Kangaroo Rat, the Jerboa gets all the hydration it needs from its food. Its kidneys are so efficient that it produces extremely concentrated urine, conserving as much water as possible. The Jerboa is also a burrower, spending most of its life underground, where it's cooler and more protected from the desert's harsh elements. 6. The Sidewinder Rattlesnake, a desert ghost on the move. The Sidewinder Rattlesnake is one of the most fascinating reptiles in the desert. Its name comes from its unique method of movement, known as sidewinding. Instead of slithering like most snakes, the Sidewinder moves in a series of sideways motions which helps it avoid direct contact with the scorching sand. This method of movement minimizes the snake's exposure to the hot ground, allowing it to travel across the desert without overheating. The Sidewinder is also a master of camouflage, blending in seamlessly with its sandy environment. Its light-colored scales help it reflect the sun's heat, keeping it cool. When hunting, the Sidewinder buries itself in the sand, waiting for unsuspecting prey to pass by. Its venom, a potent mixture of neurotoxins, immobilizes its prey quickly, making it an efficient predator in the desert ecosystem. 7. The Thorny Devil, a spiky survivalist. The Thorny Devil, or Thorny Dragon, is a unique lizard native to Australia's deserts. With its covered-in-spines appearance, it looks like something straight out of a fantasy world. But these spines aren't just for defense. They serve a critical role in the lizard's survival. The Thorny Devil has a specialized system for collecting water, even in the driest of conditions. It can gather dew from the air and channel it to its mouth by using grooves in its skin. The lizard can also collect rainwater that flows down its spiny body, guiding it straight to its mouth. This unique adaptation allows the Thorny Devil to stay hydrated without needing to rely on standing water, which is rare in the desert. 8. The Desert Tortoise, a slow-motion survivalist. The Desert Tortoise is another impressive survivor of the harsh desert. Found in the deserts of North America, this tortoise has a number of adaptations that make it well-suited for life in the arid environment. One of the tortoise's most important adaptations is its ability to dig deep burrows that provide protection from both the heat and cold. These burrows can be up to 30 feet long, offering a stable environment where the tortoise can retreat to during the hottest parts of the day. Inside the burrow, the temperature remains relatively constant, keeping the tortoise cool in the summer and warm in the winter. The desert tortoise also has specialized kidneys that help conserve water, allowing it to survive in an environment where water is incredibly scarce. It can store water in its bladder and drink it when needed, making it one of the desert's most resilient creatures. 9. The meerkat, a social survivor. While many desert animals are solitary creatures, the meerkat is the exception. Found in the deserts of southern Africa, meerkats live in large, tight-knit family groups, which gives them a collective advantage when it comes to survival. Meerkats are well adapted to the desert's extreme conditions, with thick fur that protects them from both the heat and the cold. They are also highly social and work together to find food and keep watch for predators. Meerkats take turns acting as lookouts, standing on their hind legs to scan the surroundings for danger, while the rest of the group forages for insects, fruits, and small animals. Their burrows, which can be extensive and complex, provide shelter from the desert sun and predators. And when it comes to water, meerkats get most of their hydration from the food they eat, so they can survive without drinking much water directly. 10. The desert locust. And a swarming survivalist. Last but certainly not least, we have the desert locust, a creature that's famous for its incredible ability to survive and thrive in the desert. The desert locust has evolved to be a master of endurance, able to survive in some of the driest regions of the world. But the locust's real power lies in its ability to form massive swarms that can travel great distances in search of food. When the conditions are right, usually after a period of heavy rainfall, the locust's numbers can explode, forming swarms that can devastate crops and cover hundreds of miles in a single day. Their ability to travel and find food allows them to thrive even in the harshest of desert environments. These 10 desert animals represent just a small fraction of the incredible adaptations that life has developed in some of the harshest environments on Earth. From efficient water conservation to extraordinary camouflage techniques, these creatures have proven that survival in the desert is all about smart strategies, and they continue to awe and inspire with their resilience. Next time you find yourself in the desert, take a moment to remember these remarkable survivors, each of them a living testament to the power of adaptation and the will to thrive in the most extreme conditions. And if you're as fascinated by desert life as I am, make sure to stay tuned for more amazing stories of survival from the wild. Who knows what incredible animal we'll discover next?